Right. So good evening, everybody. Welcome all our stakeholders to tonight's meeting. Welcome everybody, especially to our stakeholder meeting, which we had earlier communicated some weeks back that we wanted to have a stakeholder meeting specifically to look at some issues that clearly impact our professional education concerning the emerging issues like the new change of syllabus, which successfully took place today. We are also rolling out our self-study program as part of our programs. We've seen the need to introduce a self-study program where students could, on their own, study and be able to use our mobile application or our technology to study and prepare towards the exam without any involvement of a lecture. And obviously our new add-on to our program, specifically CIMA, where we have been able to, for the first time, produce a student who has become a global achiever in terms of the performance of the November strategic case study exam for the CIMA exam. And then as always, our technology update, always all the time, we bring you some good news regarding our technology that we normally provide our students to assist their learning. And obviously, that has been one of our distinguishing factors regarding the services we offer. And obviously, our last issue, or one of the new things we are rolling out, is a call center. So hopefully by the 1st of February, we'll have you to experience the ASPA call center, where all issues in terms of students' challenges and responses will be well dealt with. So we'll soon launch the ASPA call center, and everybody can have a single number to which they can call and get their issues resolved. Is that clear? So these are some of the issues that called for this stakeholder meeting. As always, we want to ensure that we interact with you, our students, and also our lecturers to be able to know how best to deliver or offer you the best in terms of professional education. And my team is ready. I'm here with Mike, our technical consultant. Some of my lecturers are also on board. We have Frederick, Isaac, and the rest. They are all part of the tuition, and I'm sure at the right time, we invite them over to interact with you where necessary. Is that clear? So we'll kick off with our agenda. Our first main issue is to look at the change in terms of the ICAG syllabus. Today has been a momentous day, very, very significant in the training of accountants in Ghana. ICAG has rolled out a new syllabus to change the old syllabus that started from 2015 to date. There's a new syllabus, sorry, from 2019 to date. There's a new syllabus now replacing this syllabus, which is going to start from this November 2014 examination. So this year, November 2024 exam, exactly, we are going to have the new syllabus examined. And this will be examined for another 5 years. So you can imagine how long that will be. And it's a momentous change. This current syllabus has been examined for almost 5 years. From 2019 to date, exactly, we have examined this syllabus, and it is now time to bring a new syllabus that will train accountants in Ghana for the next 5 years. And I'm sure you are all aware of that change, and it's very significant, exactly, that we introduce everybody to the content of this syllabus. A lot has changed, especially in some key areas, exactly, of the syllabus. A lot of change has happened in terms of some key aspects of the syllabus. Today, in the launch of the syllabus, what has been made clear is that our new syllabus is hinged on 5 key areas in terms of skills. The first is to ensure that we train accountants who are very ethical. So if you look through the entire syllabus of the new syllabus, you can see evidence of ethics across all the various subjects, because we as a professional body in Ghana, we want to train accountants who are very ethical. So a very major part of our various subjects are loaded with issues of ethics. Very important. Is that clear? Then the second aspect, which has been foundational when it comes to this syllabus, is the issue of what? Technology. So it's not about just knowing what is technology is, it's about being able to apply technology in our space of work. So obviously very soon, the Institute to try as much as possible through a kind of a system to now ensure that our exams are conducted online. Exactly. And it's going to be a roadmap. So obviously the Institute to communicate that. Exactly. But one of the major bedrock of this syllabus is to ensure that the accountants that are being trained with this syllabus have a better knowledge and use of technology, which is a game changer now across the world. The second area, which is also important to this syllabus, or the third area, is imbibing into the accountant what we call professional skills. And very important in that skill is professional skepticism. So across the entire syllabus, the emphasis is what? Professional skepticism. So whether most of the time when we talk about professional skepticism, is always talked about in the area of auditing. But whether you are an accountant in business or an accountant in practice, you must still exhibit the skill of professional skepticism, which is about having a questioning mind and obviously being able to question issues and be able to be sure whether you are getting the right information. So one of the major parts of the changes in terms of the bedrock of this new qualification program we are having is the issue of professional skills, exactly. Making sure that we apply professional skepticism, exactly, in our knowledge when it comes to preparing the new accountants we are going to have. Then the fourth issue is the issue of sustainability. We can avoid it. ICAG has established a new body for developing issues on or handling issues on sustainability. We have the International Sustainability Standard Board with its publications, which are now emerging. So one of the bedrock of this new professional qualification is the knowledge of sustainability. So you realize that it will run through most of the key issues in the syllabus. The issue of sustainability is one of the fourth issues that are driven with this particular syllabus. And the final issue is public sector, because now with the understanding of public sector being one of the main part of our economy, the new syllabus is now hinged on issues of the public sector. And very, very, very important is also examples or illustrations in our exams will be built around scenarios in the public sector, and most especially in the health sector. So for us doing strategic case study, from what we hear, one of our question banks will be modeled around issues in the health sector in terms of the public sector, for us to see how practically we can apply the knowledge we have in a public sector setting. Is that clear? So without not wasting your time, I just want to confirm your understanding that this new syllabus has been developed hinged on 5 essential areas. The first, as I told you about, is ethics, which is very fundamental for the training of any accountant. Number 2 is technology. Is that clear? Technology being the backbone of most things that we do as accountant. The third area is the issue of professional skills, which I emphasize is the area of professional skepticism. The area of professional skepticism. And the fourth area is the issue of sustainability. Exactly, which I kept mentioning most of the time in our lectures that, you know what, sustainability is going to be major going into this new syllabus. And then finally, public sector. Exactly. These are the 5 main areas, exactly, that this new syllabus emphasizes. And it's clear that if you see the volume of work that you are required to do, it permeates it. Sustainability is there, public sector is there. You can also see ethics in there, technology is in there. And as I said, professional skills, emphasizing professional skepticism, not just in the area of auditing, but also in every area of our understanding. Exactly. We need to exercise professional skepticism. Exactly. So these are the 5 main hinge on which the syllabus has been developed. There are some approach that I don't want to talk about because once the syllabus is rolled out, you get a lot of information from that. And one of them is not using levels anymore, but rather modules. The syllabus has been put into modules, is that clear? And the linkage is that if you are doing a subject like financial accounting, financial reporting, public sector, and all of that, your last paper, which is the corporate reporting and advanced auditing, helps to encapsulate all the knowledge you've got from all the levels. Exactly, be it the knowledge level, be it the application level or the professional level. So most of those things consistently have been discussed regarding this new syllabus. Exactly. So one thing I want to do, which obviously is so important, is to spend maybe some 15 minutes or about 20 minutes to walk you through the syllabus, essentially looking at the old syllabus and the new syllabus, and some of the few changes that obviously has come in. And one statement I must make is that the structure of the syllabus has not really changed. Exactly. The level of papers we have has been remained the same in the old syllabus as well as the new syllabus. So the same things we have in the old syllabus in terms of the 4 papers in level 1, the 6 papers in level 2, and the 4 papers in level 3 has not changed. The names of all the subjects has also remained the same. The only subject that has seen a change in name, which is not even a change, is Introduction to Man Accounting, which now is now called Introduction to Cost and Management Accounting. That is the major change in terms of the name. Is that clear? But aside that, all the names in the old syllabus has remained the same for the new syllabus. So that is my opening remark. I believe you've got the understanding of the issues, but I want to just, as I said, take you to a slide that I've prepared, quite simple slide, to help you see the connection between the old syllabus and the new syllabus. So I'm going to display this as a slide share. Let me do that. Right, so I just want to take you through the old and new syllabus, looking at some of the few changes that are there. I prepared this very quickly to help us walk us through the entire syllabus to witness some of the changes exactly based on the revised syllabus. So, for example, you can see the introduction, that's the, let me see, yeah, so this should have been financial accounting. That is the first paper that is in level 1, okay? I think I need to make changes to the numbering, right? Yeah, so this should have been, what do you call it? This should have been 1.1. So let me change that just because this is very public. Let me just change that so that I think it should work out properly going forward. Yeah. So this should be paper 1.1, which is the financial accounting. You can see the change there. One of the significant change, if you look at the context of the 2 syllabus. So what is on the, I don't know how to say it, but Mike, can you help me? Because I'm really bad with left and right. Because I'm a lefty, I'm really bad with left and right. But the brown one is the old syllabus, and the one that seemed to be like a blue one is the new syllabus, okay? So the one, so Mike, can you help me? Which one is the left, which one is the right?
Ellie, your left is your left and your right is your right.
If you can help me. So maybe I'll use the colors. Since Mike has refused to help me, let me use the colors. So the one that is brownish is kind of the old syllabus, and the one that looks blue is kind of the new syllabus. So that is level 1, financial accounting. As I said, the name has not changed, it's the same issues. But you can see in there the introduction of to public sector financial statement. Exactly. So even from level 1, you are being introduced to the knowledge of you being able to what? To prepare a public sector financial statement from level 1. Are we together? And if you look at the first issues there, you can also see ethics. Exactly. Ethics is also starting in level 1. You can see it clearly there. So the context and the purpose of qualitative financial information, which is more like introducing you to the conceptual framework of financial reporting. But as part of that, ethics is primarily at the introductory level in terms of paper 1.1 financial accounting. And then also introduction to public sector financial accounting. So level 1, obviously, in the past, public sector was not part of level 1, but now they will have to also be introduced to the issues of public sector financial statements. Exactly. So later, when you get the full syllabus, you see the demand of what is captured under each of them. But I just want to give you a glance of every statement or changes that has happened. So within the level 1 financial accounting, you can see public sector there, and you can see ethics there. Those are some of the key changes over there. Now, if you move to paper, what is called 1.2, one of the main changes you see there is the impact of technology on an accountant. So the emphasis there is technology. You can see technology as one of the main issues that has been introduced. And some of the issues that were already part of the strategic case study syllabus, some of them has been brought into the level 1 syllabus. Some of the business models or strategic models that students in level 3 were actually studying, some of them have found their way to be put into the BMIS paper, because most of the students have not or do not appreciate some of those strategic models. Exactly. They don't really appreciate it. So it's part of it. It's part of the business management and information system. So you can see impact on technology on an accountant. So as I've told you, the new syllabus is hinged on 5 areas per what has been said today. As I said, ethics, technology, sustainability, public sector, and also issues of what? Professional skills, emphasizing professional skepticism. These are the 5 areas that the syllabus is hinged on. So it's not surprised that in the business management and information system, you can clearly see the evidence that students are already introduced to technology. Exactly. So the next thing, the only subject that I think has not witnessed significant change in terms of structure is the business and corporate law. Exactly. This one is almost virtually the same. There's nothing different from what is in the old syllabus and what is in the new syllabus. But I'm sure when you read the specific aspect of the literature on the new syllabus, yes, there may be some add-ons, but in terms of the structure, exactly.
I think some of the weights have changed.
Yes, the weight has also changed, obviously. The weighting has also changed, but in terms of the elements that I see here, nothing has changed. The weighting has been changed, obviously. Thank you, Mike, for that correction. Yeah. Then we go to the intro to man accounting, which I told you that in the old syllabus, it is no more introduction to management accounting. It's introduction to cost and management accounting. I think I need to make a change to that. So it should be introduction to cost and management accounting. So there should be an N here. Let me put that there. As I said, I need to make sure that I do significant corrections as we move along. Exactly. So for intro to man accounting, the change of name is that it is now introduction to cost and management accounting. And you can see obviously some changes there. You've seen issues of standard costing and variance, which obviously was an issue meant for management accounting. You can see it finding its way here. Then also budgeting process in the public sector. Can you imagine? Level 1, they have started budgeting process in the public sector in intro to cost and management accounting. So you can see the significance of the 5 areas I was talking about: technology, sustainability, public sector, ethics, and as I told you, also professional skills, which is about ensuring professional skepticism. Exactly. So you can obviously see budgeting in there in the public sector, which is new, obviously, not in the old syllabus. And you can see standard costing and variance, which obviously has been introduced here. I don't know whether it's part of the old syllabus, but I need to confirm that. Yes, but you can obviously see that change coming in there. And the weighting has also changed, so you can take note of that. Because if you look at the old syllabus, you realize budgeting was 20 marks. Now with the new syllabus, the budgeting is 15 marks, exactly. So there have been some few changes, but very significant is the introduction of budgeting process in the public sector, exactly. Now let's go to level 2, financial reporting. This is also has not witnessed any change. You can see that it's the same issues that clearly have seen from the old syllabus to the new syllabus, but there has been some changes in the weighting. If you can see that clearly, you realize that for consolidation in the old syllabus was 25. Now in the new syllabus, consolidation, which is business combination, is 20 marks. Exactly. So business combination in the old syllabus is 25. Business combination in the what? In the new syllabus is 20 marks. So most of those issues have now been hinged onto the regulatory conceptual issues and current issues. So can you note the difference? So what has been added to the first area, which has made it 15 marks, is the current issues. So obviously, when you see the full literature of the syllabus, you understand what the current issues are. I believe I'm making sense. But IFRS is still 25. No change has happened there. So the only change is the business combination, the consolidation, which is no more 25, but it's now 20. And as I said, the regulatory legal framework, conceptual framework has now been loaded with what we call current issues. So basically, that is a significant change you can see there. Evaluation of financial statement, now called analysis and interpretation of financial statements. So the two have not really witnessed any change. But as I said, once we pick the literature on the syllabus, we would actually see and understand the additional information regarding all aspects that has been mentioned here. So for now, it's just what I'll call it the walkthrough test of the syllabus, okay? Then 2.2 is management accounting. You can see obviously the introduction of management accounting in the public sector. Again, as a new introduction, very significant. Management accounting in the public sector. You can see that there, 15 marker, obviously new to the syllabus. So there's a lot to do when it comes to public sector. As I told you, I will repeat again, our new syllabus is hinged on 5 thematic areas. I'll repeat again, ethics, sustainability, is that not it? Technology, professional skills, and public sector. So it's obvious, public sector has found its way into management accounting. So those who are writing, who will be writing man accounting, obviously, you would expect that change to happen. Exactly. So you could see short-term decision-making, same here. Performance management is there. So there has not been so much significant changes to the other issues because budgetary control is also the same here. The management decision-making techniques, the same. Short-term decision-making 2020. Then you look at the long-term decision-making, which obviously should be seen from the point of performance management. Obviously will be 20. I think has been 20 in terms of performance management. Exactly. So there's a change there. We have what we call performance management. So kind of an increase in the weight in that area. But what is new there is management accounting in the public sector. Exactly. Then you have audit and assurance. For audit, almost the same with the introduction of audit in the public sector. Exactly. In the past, we only have public sector auditing in the advanced audit syllabus, but as is the case now, from level 2, audit and assurance student has to come up to understand the issues of auditing in the public sector in line with the 5 thematic areas of the new syllabus. Then we look at financial management. Not surprising, you can also see there public sector financial management. Have you seen that? Public sector financial management is new to the syllabus. So public sector financial management has now been embedded in FM. So those of you who think there's nothing to do with financial management in the public sector, which should be obvious to you now, we have to learn it. It's part of the things that students who will be writing the financial management has to deal with. Then also developing technologies in finance. Can you see that? So some of the new technologies that has come up in relation to finance has also been embedded there. As I said, this is done in line with the 5 thematic areas of the new syllabus. So that is clear. You can see the changes that has come in there. Apart from that, I'm sure once in future, when we do the case-by-case analysis of each of the models in the various subjects, I'm sure we can connect the dot as to what has changed in terms of the weighting and some of the new things that has come in there. But I'm obviously noting the significant changes. What is not in this and what is in here, just looking at the syllabus coverage and the weight. Exactly. So you can see here about 15. Yes. Any question?
Announce that they accept the promotion so that we can create some space for participants.
Yeah, so I think we have crossed the mark. We have over 500 students already on the call. So those who we are inviting some people to be panelists. So if we invite you to be a panelist, you can accept it so that you can be promoted to be a panelist, so that we can make space for some people who may also want to join us, because we have reached the limit for our participants. Is that okay? So if you are promoted as a panelist, please accept it so that we can allow others to also join the session. So that is the main change to the FM. You can see that happening there. Then also we look at the next one. Let me see. So the next one is public sector. I'm sure our public sector lecturer is on the call. Fred, if you are there, Fred, are you there? There's a lot of work to be done. You can see public sector permeating the whole syllabus. So when it comes to public sector itself, you can imagine the application of IPSAS. The application of IPSAS. So more like what we normally do for financial reporting, exactly, where you are supposed to apply the IFRS. So for public sector, in terms of the new syllabus, the expectation is that you must know how to apply the IPSAS. So clearly our syllabus has now become IPSAS compliant in full length in terms of the requirement of IPSAS in its application, exactly. So you need to know how to apply the IPSAS, exactly. There will be so many exam scenarios that you'll be given, some case study scenarios you'll be given for you to apply the IPSAS, like we normally do for financial reporting, where you'll be given a scenario on a particular business situation, and you are expected to use the IFRS to recommend what should be done, or use the IFRS to specifically apply that to the transaction or event that may have happened. Is that clear? So this is the syllabus for public sector. Imagine a 20 marks coverage for the application of the IPSAS. So clearly this is coming in very strong. Is that clear? So I'm sure if Fred is there, I'm sure we'll soon invite Fred to give a commentary on that, because looking at the syllabus, you can imagine public sector permeating most aspects of the syllabus. Then we can look at let's move to the next one. So that's principles of tax. You can also see some changes there in terms of application of information technology in taxation. You can also see ethical issues in tax practice, which is not in the old syllabus and has been introduced into the new syllabus. So as I said, and I repeat again, our new syllabus is hinged on 5 thematic areas: ethics, technology, sustainability, public sector, and as I said, professional skills, emphasizing professional skepticism. So those 5 thematic areas are clearly evident all through the syllabus. So you can imagine ethics in terms of taxation, ethical issues when it comes to tax practice, and also applying technology in taxation has clearly been introduced into the principles of tax examination. So we can now look at level 3. Let's go to level 3 now. So for level 3, corporate reporting, can you see the weight there? IFRS has still remained the same, no change to that. Consolidation has remained the same, 25 marks, no change to that. Is that clear? Ratios, that's evaluation of a company's performance. You can see that has reduced to 15 marks now. So ratios and evaluation of performance has reduced to 15 marks. Specialized transaction is 15 marks, still the same. So what has become necessary now is the environmental, social, and governance issue and sustainability reporting, which is now 15 marks area. So the emergence of sustainability reporting, exactly, the international standards for sustainability reporting, S1 and S2, and all these associated issues will now be part of the corporate reporting paper for 15 marks, heavyweight. So that is new and very clearly an issue that is going to be very interesting to discuss in lectures, exactly. And I'm really excited and waiting to begin that process, exactly. So this is the major change to corporate reporting, exactly. IFRS has remained the same. Console has remained the same. Yeah, even though, yes, if you look at the syllabus, we have now the need to learn some new standards, which clearly has been published, exactly. So once the new standards have been published, they will actually be part of the syllabus. So I see the IFRS 17, which is insurance contract, is there, obviously now part of the syllabus. So every new standard, which obviously will be published, will now be part of it. There's a revision to IAS 1. If you are aware, that obviously will become new and also will be part of our new syllabus. So we need to be ready for that. The IAS 1, the usual standards for presentation of financial statement, has witnessed a change, and there will be a launch of a new standard. So that obviously will be part of it. So standards is standards. Once there's a change, the institute adopts it, it will affect us, exactly. But what is emerging now is the issue of sustainability, which has now been incorporated in our syllabus and is part of the 5 thematic agenda of this new syllabus. I repeat, ethics, technology, sustainability, public sector, and professional skills, emphasizing professional skepticism all across the syllabus. So it's obvious these issues have cut across the entire syllabus. You can see it manifest in every area of the syllabus. Now for advanced auditing, I haven't seen anything so different because most of the issues there clearly are evidence to what was actually there in the old syllabus. But one of the key things you see there is corporate governance. In the past, corporate governance was part of the regulatory issues, but now you can see corporate governance set aside as a separate issue, and that was not in the old syllabus. Exactly. For public sector auditing, it was in the old syllabus for 10 marks, for 20 marks actually. We used to, we were normally testing it for 20 marks because in the old syllabus, yes, it's there, statutory role of government in the audit of public sector accountability. You see the same there, public sector auditing. So it's 20, it has remained 20. But what I see there very major is corporate governance, which was actually an additional issue when it comes to the regulatory environment. So it's one of the major changes that has come. But I'm sure that when it comes to the contemporary issues and current development will never be the same in the old syllabus and in the new syllabus. So definitely we expect to see some new current development, which has been incorporated exactly in the world of today. For example, the international standard for quality control has now changed to international standards for quality management, which was even tested in the last sitting exam. So that area has also witnessed a change. So we expect to see the issues that we may consider to be current development exactly in terms of the auditing profession being added to the new syllabus. And as I said, corporate governance is now a major examination issue in the new exams paper for advanced auditing. So basically, that is it. So we can look at advanced tax. For advanced tax, I was expecting Kwame, who is our consultant for tax, to join us and explain the changes there. But hopefully, I'm sure you can see some of the issues there. Emerging and current trends in tax has been included. International taxation is also part of the issues there. And you can see international taxation, that those of you who qualify and are going to write CIT is one of the most troublesome paper when you are writing for the CIT qualification. And that has come into the syllabus as a major issue with a good weighting to go with it. So these are some changes you can see with the advanced taxation. But as I said, with time, when we go later, we'll deal with the review of the syllabus from a technical perspective. This, what we are doing, is just a casual overview, but we'll go with a technical overview at the right time where we shall do a focal discussion on each topic. So please, this is just a casual overview. At the right time, we'll do the proper introspection. Exactly. So the almighty paper case study has come in there as the last one. Let's see that change that has happened. So for case study, if you look at it, those of you who have followed me in teaching case study, you always see me go with the approach of looking at strategic management from 3 levels. Strategic position, which is normally called analysis, strategic choices, then strategy in action. That is normally how I approach issues of strategic case study in terms of strategic management. That is now evident here. So you can see that the syllabus has now been condensed into the 3 areas of strategic management: the analysis stage, the choices stage, and the action stage, which is also known as the implementation. So in the syllabus, you see strategy into action or / strategic implementation. So you see that correction in the final syllabus that has been issued. So that is the implementation stage. So it's not very, very different, but it's all about how the issues have been rearranged. And I can tell you, it can really be confusing when it comes to even me from a lecturer's point of view. We need to sit down and relook at how the information has been reorganized along the 3 levels of strategic development in terms of the analysis stage, the choices stage, and then the action stage. Exactly. Then one of the surprises you see in corporate governance is the public sector issues in terms of corporate governance. For example, the State Institute or SIGA, what we call SIGA, some of the issues regarding governance in the public sector has been put into the strategic case study paper. So strategic is always strategy. You cannot avoid it. You can always have governance in there. You have financial strategy in there. The strategic issues, as I said, looking at it from 3 levels, the analysis, the choices, and then the action point of view. So that is the syllabus, quite straightforward. I'm sure you've enjoyed my overview of the syllabus. It's just a simple analysis of the syllabus, looking at it from the face value, nothing into going into the introspection. It's just some face value analysis of this syllabus. We didn't go technical to look at the specific issues. As I emphasized, it's just going like a casual overview of the syllabus. Is that clear? And we're doing this very urgent so that at least everybody has an idea of the changes that has come in. Obviously, the syllabus will be released from tomorrow. There's training for examiners. By Wednesday, we have training for tuition providers. So there's going to be a lot of activity this week to get us to get used to this syllabus. Manuals will be released as quick as possible for us to start preparing students, because exams, the next exams is in July. Hopefully by end of July, results will be released. So we must start tuition for the November exam. Almost at the end of July, we must start tuition for the November exam. So the time is so short, a lot has changed, and we need to be aggressive. Exactly. So that is it. That's my overview of the syllabus. I'm sure those of you who may want to appreciate and understand the changes that has happened, I'm sure you can see it happening here. Exactly. So as I emphasize, when it comes to the use of the computer-based exam, it's going to be gradual. The Institute will surely issue a roadmap on that, obviously, but the expectation is to start from level 1. So from level 1, obviously, there will be a roadmap for all the levels. So we should expect a communication from the Institute on how they will want to roll out the computer-based exam. Exactly. It's going to be in phases, as I said, starting with level 1, then moving on to the other levels. So have your mind at rest, especially those of you in level 2 and 3. Just make sure that you pass this thing as quick as possible and move on with life. Is that clear? So we have 2 options, 2 main options to go: this March exam and the July exam. Make the most of it. Try and finish this thing. If not, I can tell you these new changes will come and meet you. Exactly. So, right. So we are hoping to roll out a charter program from February. Exactly. So that students who want to write in July, we can begin with you from this February. Exactly. We call it the chartathon. So a marathon to charter before the change of the new syllabus. So we hope to roll out what we call a chartathon, a marathon from February, exactly, for you to prepare you towards the July exam. Because I can tell you for a fact that February is almost here. We have less than about 3 or 4 weeks to prepare and do any serious business before the March exam. Is that clear? So March is already kind of a foregone conclusion. Everybody should gear up and do something in this March. For July, if you want to start tuition for July, we will want to roll out something early for you to start studying towards the July paper. So those of you who want to get that across, we have a program for you. We call it the self-study, or what we call a self-study program, where you can start learning on your own using our videos and materials from now to the end of February. So when we are done, then in March, we can roll out the main tuition for the July exam. So take advantage of it when we roll out all those programs so that you can be prepared when the time comes to write the July exam, because the July seems to be the penultimate exam before the change in syllabus. Once July is over, we move into business. Exactly. A new syllabus, new issues, new manuals, new things to learn, and you can imagine the pressure that comes with it. So make the most of the time when it is now. Exactly. So in order to, let me just do an overview of these issues that I've discussed in maybe about 5 minutes, and then maybe if there are questions, we can take it and then we shut down. So for financial accounting, I told you there have been some changes in terms of the weighting. Why not? But what is significant there is the introduction of public sector financial, what do you call it? Public sector financial statement, introduction to public sector financial statement. It's very new there. in the financial accounting paper. And then you can see ethics, which obviously has been introduced into the level 1 paper and in line with the 5 thematic areas of the new syllabus. Is that clear? Then for business management and information system, you can see the impact of technology on an accountant, something new, not within the old syllabus, and some few changes to the weighting of the syllabus compared with the previous one. Then also for business and corporate law, you can see the context is the same, just that there have been some changes to the weighting. So when we pick up the main document on the syllabus, we'll see what changes have come in there. Then for the introduction to man accounting, as I told you, the name has changed. It is now introduction to cost and management accounting. One important thing you see there is budgeting in the public sector. And obviously, standard costing and basic variance has come in there strongly. So public sector permeates most of the issues in the syllabus, as I told you. So in the level 1 syllabus, you can see it in financial accounting. You can also see it here in the intro to cost and management accounting. Then also for financial reporting, I told you clearly that yes, business combination is no more 25, it's now 20, that's consolidation. And that 5 marks has been added on to the regulatory and frameworks, which obviously is now 15 marks. And the new thing there is the introduction of current issues. So there are some current issues that need to be considered. So now has been added to the regulatory and conceptual framework, now making it 15 marks. So please take note of that. Then man accounting has also witnessed a change. You see some changes in the weighting, but very important is knowing how to do management accounting in the public sector. A new issue introduced in the management accounting paper. For audit, as I told you, we have auditing in the public sector. That has never been the case in the old syllabus. Now we have to learn auditing in the public sector, now in level 2. For FM, public sector financial management has been brought in there for the new syllabus. Developing technologies in finance has also come in there. The technological issue has come in there. For public sector, the application of IFSAS, clearly very evident in the new syllabus, a major issue. Then also for principles of tax, you can see the application of technology in taxation, and then also ethical issue in tax practice, clearly in there. Then also corporate reporting, as I've told you, there's a major introduction of the sustainability issues, the environmental sustainability issues has now been introduced into the syllabus. And the reason is that the evaluation of financial statement has been reduced to 15 marks, and obviously the weight has been assigned to the environmental and sustainability issue. So that is clearly a new area in the syllabus. Then for auditing, as I said, corporate governance has been emphasized greatly in the advanced audit paper. Most of the issues are not really changed, but what I've seen clearly there is the emphasis on corporate governance. Exactly. For tax, as I told you, the emerging and current trends in taxation, international taxation has been brought in there. Then also for strategic case study, as I told you, not much has really changed. It's just that a lot of the issues that we already know has been made, some few changes have been made to it with some new models and some new contextual issues that most of you may not have gotten an idea of has now been brought into the syllabus. So we need to spend some good time and understand how these issues have been reassigned across the 3 levels of strategic management. That's one of the technical things that we need to do so that we know what issues are now under analysis, what issues are now under choices, and what issues are now about the strategy into action or strategy implementation. So those changes, we need to understand them and see where we can position ourselves. Is that clear? So this is the syllabus. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer them. Exactly. So as I said, this exam or this new syllabus will be examined in the month of November. So tuition, as I said, should start from July. Once there's a release of the results for the July exam, which is obviously at the end of July, we expect to roll out tuition for this. And now, as I said, tomorrow there will be training. Wednesday there will be training. All throughout this week, there will be training on the syllabus to get us ready to deliver it. So no fears, we are ready. And I'm hoping that we can work together, especially those who have not yet qualified. Is that clear? So if there's any questions that you may want to share or have, anything to say, I'm ready. If your hand is up, I will allow you to unmute yourself and we can take it up. So I have a hand raised up. Is this Collis and associate? Who is that? If you can ask your question.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. And also thank you for the presentation too.
Yeah.
So my question is, with the March sitting, will these changes still affect the March sitting?
No. That's not possible. As I said, all these things will be implemented for the November exam. Exactly.
November. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it means the March sitting, the July
The
sitting.
March and July is clearly out of scope of this new syllabus. Exactly. So we are working towards November. So as you said, this is the preparatory stage. From now till that time, we have to prepare towards all these changes. And that is why we are ringing the bell now, so that everybody make sure that if you have one paper to go or two paper to go, exactly, you have to make sure you clear that and move on with your life, than to come with all these changes, which can be burdensome, I must admit. Yeah. So we have, thank you so much. We have Georgina. Georgina, any question for us before we move on?
Yes, sir. Sir, please, with respect to the strategic case study,
yeah,
when you were projecting the two syllables, I realized that the OECD principles.
Those issues are all governance, so it should still find its way under governance.
Okay.
So those OECD principles, code of best practice, they will still fall under governance. Is that okay? So it's not a problem, even though it has not been emphatically mentioned, it will be part of governance. It's the same way you see strategic analysis, see strategic choices. In the O syllabus, they made a clear case of all the models, some of the issues there, but now they've made it into boxes. Like you see analysis, you see choices, and you see strategy in action. So they have all been put together under those blocks. So our job is to what? Unbundle each of them and see the specific issues under each of them. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you realize that it is a bit simpler than the O syllabus, which made some what do you call it, make it a bit more bit detailed. Is that okay? But the new syllabus put them into boxes. So governance you see there would obviously have the OECD principles, definitely to be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have Ebenezer. Is it Ebenezer Mensa? Any question? Ebenezer Mensa, any question? You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Then we have Josephine Lai. If you have a, yeah, Ebenezer, go ahead.
Yes. I want to ask if you have only one paper, like the strategic case study. I'm left for the strategic case study. In case I travel to November, is there going to be anything to be added to me to write? So I'll just write the strategic.
No, you still write the same paper. You still write a strategic case study, but your challenge will be that there will be so many the new issues that have been introduced in the syllabus. You have to go and relearn them.
Okay.
I hope you are getting it. So, yeah, so you need to add on some new things before you can be able to write a paper.
Thank you.
Are you getting it? So if you are writing corporate reporting, you must now go and look at all issues on sustainability and all the issues on sustainability, which is now 15 marks, has now been added. So your knowledge there is needed. If not, you cannot be able to pass. Is that clear? So that is it. Right. Any more? Thank you so much. I think there's Derek. Any question?
Sir, please, you never mentioned anything about the pre-scene for the strategic case.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Nothing has changed. There's the same way we have pre-scene, the same way we have everything is the same. Exactly. Just that, as I said, some of the models have been upgraded and added. I hope you are getting the point. So it's just like more issues have been added than we had in the old syllabus. Like, so the same issues could be tested on any pre-scene. I hope you are getting the point. So if the pre-scene come, your job is to do your analysis and be able to prepare using the models that has been put in the syllabus. I hope you are with me. Yeah. So nothing really has changed. Pre-scene will still be given to students to write the exam. Exactly. So it's the same thing. Yeah. It's basically the same thing. Right. So we have Vera. Vera, any question? Vera, any question? Okay, if Vera is not ready, we have, is it Vera? Yes, Nyantechi or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So earlier on, we had this information that it was going starting November it's going to be a computerized based exam.
Yeah, so I think I emphasize that when it comes to the computer-based exam, the institute will roll out a roadmap for that. Is that clear? So obviously, it will not be an entire computer-based exam for all levels. No. There will be a roadmap, which obviously will be communicated as to which papers will be started with the computer-based. And obviously, you may know when your paper may now become computer-based. As I said, there will be a roadmap. It's not going to be some instant change of the, what do you call it, the exam to computer-based, because it's change management. So we cannot just implement change without getting people to be acquainted with the changes we want to implement. Is that okay? So
okay, sure.
That is how it's going to be a roadmap to be taken from one level to the other. And obviously that will be communicated by the institute to everybody. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Good. Any other question from anybody?
Good evening,
Please.
sir.
Was there a
Chris,
change in the exemption policy?
the exemption policies have almost consistently been the same. Nothing really new. I've not seen anything essentially different from the old exemption policies. Yeah. It's almost
Good
the
evening,
same.
sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, in the CR, I didn't see the ethics in CR. Has it been taken out?
I don't think so. Ethics will still be there. It may likely fall under the sustainability issue. If you look at it, let me just go there. If you look at it, you see where is ethics? Hold on. You realize that it will still be there. The environmental, social, governance, sustainability, contemporary issues, and ethics. Have you seen that?
Okay. I've
Yeah,
seen
so
it.
it's ethics, which was 10 marks in the syllabus. We have just added the sustainability issues to it to make it 15 marks. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. So any more question from anybody?
Hello, sir.
Is it Josephine?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Josephine, go ahead.
Please, I want to find out the new standard that has been rolled out this year for IT, would it affect that in the corporate exams, especially corporate reporting
The new standard.
or July 16th? Yes, please.
For those standards, I don't think so. Most of the new standards, I'm hoping that they will be tested in the new syllabus. Is that okay? I don't see any possible change, but why not? I could speak to head of technical and be very sure about that. Exactly. Be very sure about that before making any pronouncement. But once you are part of our students, we will communicate on those issues. Exactly. Yeah. Good. So I think on this, we may want to shut down, but let me just make some few announcements. Dav, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Any question from you before we make some few announcements?
Please, I have a question.
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead,
sir,
Dav.
please, I want to know if there are any cost implications of the change of the syllabus.
I think one of the cost implication is the new manuals.
Okay, but
there will be-
concerning the exam registration.
Oh, that one has been changed. Normally, the change in exam registration and fees and all of that is normally done for the year. So that has been communicated for this year. We don't normally change it before the end of the year. Are we together? So what has been
Yes,
communicated for the year, I hope that travels to the end of the year. If anything at all, the council will have to make a decision for next year. Exactly. So very
yes,
important.
sir.
We should look at any possible
Please,
change.
still on that. Assuming I want to write 2 papers, can I just pay for the 2? Or yes, still you have to pay for all the 4 papers?
Oh, that policy is still the same. It hasn't changed.
Thank you.
The policy of writing all 4 papers at the final level has not changed. Okay, so
There are questions as to the exemption, whether the exemption policy has changed.
I don't think, as far as the document I have here, I haven't studied that too much, but I think it's been consistent with the old syllabus. Exactly. It's been consistent with the old syllabus. I don't see much introduction of any new exemptions. It's almost the same as what we had with the old syllabus. But if I see any new, or if I go through and I see any new changes, why not? I'll communicate same at the right time. Exactly. But as I
Hello,
said,
sir.
So
yes,
it's being that whether those who qualified already can have some form of training in the new.
Yes, I think that statement was made today at the program. It was made clear that there will be CPDs for all those who have qualified to be able to update their knowledge on this new syllabus, especially areas that we have seen a clear gap. For those who have already qualified, there will be training to close the gap. Is that clear? So, as I said, those who qualify, some of them have not comprehended issues of technology well, issues of public sector. Is that clear? So, the statement that was made today is that there will be collaborations to ensure that those who have already qualified will get some CPDs to bring their knowledge up to speed with the new qualification. Because once there's a new qualification and you have already qualified, it must concern you, because that new qualification is what everybody thinks you are having the same knowledge of, and that can be dangerous. Exactly. So if somebody thinks that this is the syllabus for which you have qualified, and then you don't have the requisite knowledge, that can be problematic. Exactly. So it's important that you who have qualified concern yourself with the changes in this syllabus and ensure that your knowledge is adequately in line with the changes in the syllabus. It should really be your concern. Exactly. Because once you are qualified, it is the understanding is that whatever changes are in the syllabus, you already are aware of them. So you cannot get an employer asking you certain questions and you tell them, when I qualified, that was not part of it. So what you need is CPD to make sure that your knowledge level is the same as what has currently been published in the syllabus. Exactly. Right. Okay. Mike, can you share with me?
In connection with the last change that happened, some people who had certain papers were given a window of opportunity to qualify, or they lose those exams.
So I know where you are going. I know where you are going. That clearly has not changed, because in that old syllabus, there was a change to the financial management, advanced financial management, which was replaced with strategic case study. Exactly. So some people were given the opportunity to write before the new syllabus, but clearly the structure of the old and new syllabus hasn't changed. So there's whatever exemption you had for which you were supposed to write the syllabus, clearly you carry it onto the new syllabus. So there has not been any new paper introduced. Do you appreciate what I'm saying? In the old syllabus that we had from 2015 to 2019, there was no paper like strategic case study. Exactly. We had advanced financial management at the final level, which was replaced with strategic case study. So realize that change got some people to now have to write the AFM for a certain number of sittings so that they will not suffer the consequence of the new syllabus. With this new syllabus, the subjects which were in the old syllabus are the same subject, no change, only the demand or the coverage of those subjects have been improved. Exactly. So there's nothing of that sort happening in this new syllabus. There's no window of opportunity like that in this new syllabus. Is that clear? So you better hurry up, pass and qualify before we implement the syllabus. Mike, if you can help me with some of the images that I wanted you to share, I think I can move to that. Let me do some few advertisements so that we can round up for the day. So I know a lot of our alumni are on the call. It's good news to tell you that Aspire, obviously, I will be with you at the next graduation, which is going to happen on the February 10th. Why would I be there? Because our students will be receiving some awards. We have students who are receiving awards for corporate reporting, advanced auditing, strategic case study, advanced taxation. And we also have a student who is the overall best student for the level 1 program, which I didn't put in here. So that's good news. So I'll be there to support our students who have done us so great at the last exams. A lot of them have done so well. So it clearly shows that we have been able to get students who have passed so well and have received awards for all papers at the final level. And that is a great deal of news for us, and we are excited to share that. One other good news is that for the CIMA program that we have actually introduced, which we started the exams in November, we can announce to everybody that one of our students has been declared a member of the Global Highest Achievers. She's in the name of Lillian, and she's part of those who have achieved the highest score, not just in Ghana, not just in Africa, but in the world. She's number 5, and that is one of our students who partook in the CIMA program. So for our alumni who are watching, it's an opportunity for you to join our program. There's a package for those who have qualified. Mike, if you can go for the package for me. So the package has been reintroduced. So if you have an ICA qualification, you only write 1 paper to become a CIMA member, and you pay a discounted fee of £695. And this discount is only available to the end of 7th of March. So it's for a period of about a month and a half. So if you don't take advantage of this discount, you may have to pay back the actual amount, which is almost about £1,200. So once you pay this amount, it covers your registration, covers your exemption, and you can attempt the exam once at no extra charge at all. So that is the package that CIMA has for ICA members. And once you are a member, you can use this to fast track your CIMA journey and become a member of CIMA. And we at ASPA are able to deliver the strategic case study paper, myself being the lead team manager handling this paper, and I can tell you we are doing wonders in that area. Then we are also introducing what we call the self-study program, which I told you about. I told you that students can now study on their own because over time, we have a lot of videos with learning materials that students can use to study at their own pace. So with that, the introduction of the self-study program, which we call the offline program, students can just pay a discounted fee of about 40% off the normal fee and get videos and lecture materials just to study exactly and prepare for the exam without not having to join the class live. Exactly, they can study at their own pace and have all the learning materials at their disposal. So we call it the self-study program. And for those who want to write in July, we'll be rolling out this program in February for you, where you can join the self-study program. Exactly, start learning on your own till we begin the main lectures, obviously after the release of the March result. So you can use it to self-studying so that by the time we roll out the tuition program, you have adequate preparation in order to join us. Exactly. So we also have what we call our AI, which is an invention we have created into our mobile app, which is called Sigmund. So my artificial intelligence version is obviously in our mobile application. You can go there and ask it any wonderful question and it will answer you at any time. So that clearly shows that ASPA takes advantage of technology, and I can tell you we are at the head when it comes to this area. So AI, we are making use of it, artificial intelligence. So we have imbibed the knowledge of the syllabus into this particular technology so that once you ask it any question, it can actually respond to it. And our aim is that strategically, when it comes to the new syllabus, exactly, when it comes to the new syllabus, we will train the AI to understand the new syllabus and help you to answer questions already in the new syllabus. So that is why we brought this AI, and we are on a journey to make learning very easy. Because once we get the AI to understand the new syllabus, it will be a game changer. No question you may ask it, wouldn't it deliver for you? So that is the journey we are on, and I can tell you we will be at the edge in terms of technology. Always, ASPA is on top when it comes to technology. And that is where we found our strategic advantage from. So basically, that is the end of our meeting today. So if there are no questions, I think I can call it. So is there? Yes, who is that? Anybody has a question?
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Eben. My question is, with the self-studies, does it cast across all your programs, the CIT, the CIMA?
We are rolling out for CIT, all the programs. So going into next diet, if you want to do self-study, you just go into the app, pay your fee, which is about 40% of the normal fee, and then learn on your own. No tuition. Just use the video, use the materials, and follow the logic. You can obviously do that. You don't need any intervention from any lecture. Exactly. You don't need any lecturer teaching you, because all the videos we have recorded a lot of videos over the period. I don't think we need to duplicate effort anymore. So if you go in there, the videos are there, you get the video, you get the material, and on your own, you can be able to follow the tuition. We are at the verge of rolling out our Windows application. Exactly. So our mobile app will now be available on Windows Store. Some people have started downloading it and we'll soon launch it. Exactly. Where you can use the Aspire mobile app on a laptop computer or a Microsoft computer.
Directly.
You can use it directly without not having to use any simulator like BlueStack to download it. It's direct on PC. You just go to Windows, Microsoft Windows, search Aspire Executive Institute. The app is there. You download it and start streaming your video. We have already developed that. I even had a question from one of our students last week who has started using it, and we'll find the right time to launch it big time. Exactly. But those who want to just start using it, if you visit your Microsoft Windows now and search it, the app is there. It's fully functional. You can log in if you have already registered and you have access to your subject in there and watch your videos exactly at your own pace. So that is the kind of innovation you are bringing to bear. So I think if there's no other question.
Yeah, there's a question. Hello, Ellie.
There's a question.
Very unique.
Yeah, hello, Ellie.
Yes, so let me hear the next question.
This Eben. I wanted to find out the SIMA fast track. If I heard you correctly, that if you write the strategic case study and you pass, you become a member. Is that what I heard?
Straight away, only one paper. You just write the SIMA, not ICA case study.
The SIMA case study.
SIMA's case study, just one paper, and you become a member.
With your ICA qualification.
With your ICA qualification, just one paper, and it will give you the SIMA qualification, which I call a global passport, because it gives you 2 qualifications. Exactly. You become a SIMA member with 2 designations just by writing one single paper. So it's a roadmap. Last sitting, we had a lot of our students who were alumni who joined the SIMA program, and they were all smiling. They are now SIMA members, and we have been able to get. And
you provide tuition, right?
I provide the tuition. Let me make it clear. I'm the lecturer for strategic case study for SIMA. Exactly. Okay. Aspire is a provider, tuition provider for SIMA now as we speak, and I'm the lead lecturer for strategic case study for SIMA. So you have no problem there. Exactly. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Oh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Any question?
Yes, please.
I can hear you clear. So go ahead.
Okay, please. Is it possible for you to drop one of SIMA's case study question so that we can see the nature of the question?
Well, are you already a qualified member?
No. I want to
qualify first.
Yeah, I'm a
qualify first.
qualified chartered accountant.
Oh, it's not a problem. If you want me to share, can you chat me privately?
Okay.
I can share with you. It's not a problem. Are you afraid of the paper? It is well. It's not difficult to. But the only thing is that you have to use computer to answer the question. Exactly. You have to type. You have to type. So if your typing is not correct, you are out of the scope. So SIMA is not ICA exam where you have to go and write hardcore paper. No, this one you are typing your answers. It's a computer-based exam. The question pops up for a scenario. You have a test where you need to type your answer. You have 45 minutes to put your answer in. At the end of the 40 minutes, the screen will disappear. You are ended. You move to the next one. It's not a joke at all. Exactly. And the good news is that we have a CBE exam. We have introduced computer-based exam for our students, and that is not in doubt. It's all to get you trained. Because once the institute roll out their CBE exam, that is where the world is going to. Exactly. Every exams will become computer-based. There were some people who ran away from ACCA and came to ICA because the ACCA exam became computer-based. ICA is also going computer. So where would you run away to? Waka. Waka. Who could be behavior? So that is it. The world is changing.
Right in Nigeria.
So then you go to Nigeria or Burkina Faso. Waka. Who could be behavior? So that is the way to go. If you think you run away forever, waka, who could be behavior? So it is well. Any more questions? Let me leave you guys. Let me go and read.
Yeah, my question is with the AI. For instance, if someone has already qualified and is still interested in the AI,
you can use it. If you have already qualified, you have the Aspire app, it is free. The AI is always there for you. You don't need to register to use the AI, as I said. And as I said, with the launch of this syllabus, the good news is that we are going to load the new syllabus content into this AI. And once the AI gets to understand this new syllabus, Charlie, is a game changer. Question be our website will be obekoti book chapter now it says scripture. So I see Mike doing a display of our app. So Mike is already putting some question there. So Mike, you can even ask it a question live on the screen and it will answer for you. Exactly. So that's the AI. Once we put the new syllabus in there, I can tell you it will be a game changer. Exactly. Nobody can stop it. It will really be marvelous. You just put your questions and it will give you your answer. Exactly. So I think we can close on this note. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, go ahead.
Please, can I come?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me take you as my last student.
Please, I want to find.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
I want to find out the level 3 tickets. If for the new syllabus, are you going to pay all the 4 papers?
I think that has been one of the questions that students have never stopped from. The syllabus is in front of me here. I've not yet seen anywhere that they said that when you are writing all the 4 papers, you can only pay for 1 in the final level. That policy has not changed yet. Exactly. It is still the same. Once you are supposed to write all the 4 papers at the final level, you are supposed to write it. Exactly. Unless you have passed the paper, then you can be allowed to write piecemeal. But once you are attempting the final paper for the first time, it is almost the same as the old syllabus. You are required to write all the papers. Exactly. So that is it. So I think Mike is already using the AI. So you see what he has done, outlined the details of IFRS 15, and it has dropped it for him. He has made it simplified for him on the various standards in terms of IFRS 15. So you can ask it any question and to answer for you. And once, as I said, we imbibe the new syllabus in there, it can really, really be a game changer. Exactly. So I think on this note, we will close. On behalf of the team, Frederick Emisa, who is our public sector accounting lecturer, what do you call it, Kwame Edu, our lecturer for advanced tax, Boachi, our support lecturer for financial reporting, and all the guys, I think we thank you for joining us. We are really, really ready for this new syllabus, and we will do our best to ensure that we are really prepared to provide you the best of tuition when it comes to the new syllabus. So you are the right place. I can assure you of that. You are obviously at the right place. Yeah. Good. Any more? Mike, any question or anybody?
Hello,
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, with regards to those who are already at level 2 and level 3, please, I want to find out if concerning the CPD, they will be allowed to be part of those people who will be undertaking that
members. The CPD is for members. Okay, CPD is for members to update their knowledge on the syllabus. Because once they themselves chartered accountant, nobody will ask you when you qualify. The expectation is that the demand of that syllabus, you are going to be judged with it. Exactly. You will be judged with the content of the syllabus. So members who are qualified must be taken through some development to get them acquainted or get their knowledge to the level of the new syllabus. And that is essentially what the institute seeks to do. It's not for students. For students, your job is to study and write the exam. Exactly. Because you are now in the process of attaining professional qualification. Exactly. So I think we can do some down. So as I emphasize, the new syllabus is on 5 thematic areas. Number 1, ethics, as I've emphasized. Ethics is across all the issues. Number 2, technology, very important area of knowledge that students must apply. Then the issue of sustainability, which I told you is clearly, if you see corporate reporting, you can see it there. Then the issue of professional skills, exactly, professional skills, which clearly emphasize the knowledge on professional skepticism. And the last issue is what? Is public sector, which you can see cutting across most of the issues in the syllabus. So on behalf of the Institute, that is ICAG, who are our key players in terms of our partners, and on behalf of the team at ASPAR, with the lecturing team and everybody, we want to thank you for joining us in this exposition of the syllabus. We expect you to join us when we do some detailed discussion of some aspects of the syllabus. And I'm sure when you avail yourself, you will know that you are the right place, where we give you better introspection into issues and prepare you better for the exam. So on the behalf of the team, thank you all and have a very blessed evening. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, sir.